Everyone, welcome to the new session of mobile computing, and I'm Swapnil Deshmukh. Today we are going to see the additional topics which are asked in your examination. So most important part is ICAP. ICAP is nothing but the Internet Content Adaptation Protocol. Okay, we can see all the necessary details regarding the ICAP. What is it? What kind of protocol it is? Why it is used? And how it will work? Okay, so let's start with the Internet Content Adaptation Protocol. It is a lightweight protocol providing simple object-based content vectoring for HTTP services. Okay, HTTP services के लिए जो भी आप लोगों को ऑब्जेक्ट्स बेस्ड कंटेंट्स होते हैं उनको प्रोवाइड करने के लिए आप लोगों को ये लाइटवेट प्रोटोकॉल यूज किया जाता है. ओके, नाउ ICAP is used to extend transparent proxy server. Okay, ICAP ICAP Content Adaptation Protocol is normally used to extend the transparent proxy server. Okay, whatever the duties of your proxy servers can be extended by using uh, ICAP protocol. Okay, that means for scanning the viruses, number of translation of your contents, insertion, or there are so many specific functions which are done by the proxy servers. That overload of your proxy servers is taken by the ICAP protocol. That means this ICAP protocol performs the additional functionalities which overcomes the load of your proxy server. Okay, that means this frees up resources and standardize the implementation of new features. Okay, so all these tasks can be done by your ICAP protocol. So proxy server is responsible for providing the another resources or perform the new features, or it can implement the new features for the next processing. Okay, it's just like a ICAP. It used as a cache to proxy all client transaction and process the transaction using ICAP web servers. Okay, it is one kind of a cache server. It look like a cache server which uh, uh, which is responsible for client transaction and the processes the transaction using ICAP web server. Client and server इनके बीच में जो communication करना होगा, which is the task of your proxy server, is handled by the ICAP protocol. Okay, which are designed for specific functions such as virus scanning, content translation, content filtering, and ad insertion. Okay, these are the various tasks done by the proxy server, like virus scanning, content translation, content filtering, and insertion. These tasks can be done by your ICAP protocol. So proxy server is responsible or freed for new resources and implement the new features for the network. Okay, then ICAP performs the content manipulation as a value-added service for the appropriate client HTTP request or HTTP response. You know that whenever the request comes from your client side, the two objects are created: HTTP request and HTTP response. Okay, that means a request came from the client side to the server, and a response generated by the server to client. Okay, so ICAP is responsible for performing the manipulation operations, or it is one kind of a value added service for your client and server system. Okay, and that is why the name is called as a content adaptation. That is why the name is given to this protocol as a content adaptation. Okay, this term is also known as a content adaptation protocol, internet content adaptation protocol. Okay, just look, we can go for the overall structure. All these things are same. Okay, these content protocols are well known method at providing object-based content for HTTP services. HTTP services के लिए जो कंटेंट चाहिए, ऑब्जेक्ट बेस्ड कंटेंट चाहिए, उनके लिए कुछ यहाँ पर मेथड्स इंप्लीमेंट किए गए इन प्रोटोकॉल के थ्रू, विच आर नोटेड डाउन इन RFC 3507 मेमो. RFC मतलब request for comments. Request for comments. It is a one kind of a document where the uh, information or rules and regulations of your protocol are written. Okay, so this point is important. RFC 3.07 is a important part of your uh, uh, this protocol configuration system. See over here how this ICAP server works. We have provided the gateway security here. Okay, local networks are there, the number of clients are there. Okay, and the number of clients who want to access the internet connectivity. This is a gateway. That means it is a one kind of a device over here to communicate between the client and server, and it will use for converting the requests from one protocol to another protocol. Okay, so over here the number of user can requests for the internet access or number of resources from your server. This proxy cache, okay, this proxy cache added with the ICAP client. Okay, ICAP client and proxy server are there to understand the requests came from the client side, what kind of requests are there, or there's some kind of a virus scanning procedure is done, authorization is done. Okay, we can say that authorization is also done by the content adaptation protocol. One kind of security mechanisms is also there. So it will passes to the gateway security. Okay, gateway security authorizes it, and then it will pass the request to internet side or the server where the user want to access the resources from that particular server, and then server responds it, and it will forward that response request to the client side. Okay, so this is how your ICAP server or ICAP protocol works. uh, one type of uh, supporting mechanism for your proxy server, which overcome the load of your proxy. You can consider it as a proxy cache. Okay, so overall this is nothing but the basic concept of your ICAP server. Okay, you can the question will ask for you for 8 marks, or you can write down all these necessary things, why the content adaptation protocols are used, where they are written. RFC means request for comments 3507. If you want to go for it, yeah, I'm going to show you the uh, reference for the same. See, the number of methods are there, options, requests, response, modifications. Okay, there are three methods are there, and they are references from this RFC 3507. Okay, तो ये यहाँ पे आप लोगों के इस तरह से आईसीएपी मैसेज होता है, और फिर उसके कुछ मेथड्स वहाँ पर परफॉर्म किए जाते हैं. मैक हीडर, मीडिया एक्सेस कंट्रोलर, आईपी, इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल, टीसीपी, transmission control protocol, and RCAP message. The message which is belongs to the ICAP protocol. Okay. Three methods are there: options, request modification, response modification. The status codes are there. Preview for 100 is for ICAP preview. 204 for no modification required. So this is one kind of codes are written or provided to you to understand what kind of request. That is, for example, if there is an error, for 400 is responsible for bad request. 404 identifies the ICP services not found. 405 method not allowed for service. Okay, and there are some server. This is client errors and this server error. Okay, 50 server error, method not implemented. 502 bad gateway, service overloaded. 503 cap version not supported by the server. 505, sorry. You can, all these things can be you can mention over here. Okay, so this is how ICAP work. ICAP protocol, internet content adaptation protocol. uh, if you want to go for the history, it is proposed in 1999 by Danzig, uh, and tutor of network appliances. Don Gillis enhanced the protocol in 2000. Extended version is generated by the Don Gillis, and all three encapsulations permitted by HTTP 1.1, which are supported. Okay, so it is a little bit history for your ICAP. You can, if you want to write, you can write it down. But mostly important part is this one. you have to write all these necessary details regarding your protocol. And if you remember, just draw a diagram for the same and explain it in a proper manner. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you.